Let's dive into Pi Network. We're going to explore what makes this project so unique, and why it has captured the attention of millions around the globe. We'll uncover the core concepts behind Pi, and understand its ambitious goals within the ever-evolving landscape of cryptocurrency. Pi Network is the crypto project that promised you could mine coins right on your phone, a concept that democratized crypto mining and made it accessible to anyone with a smartphone. It offered a vision where everyday users could participate in the digital economy without needing expensive hardware or technical expertise. All it took was just a tap of a button each day. This simple action was presented as a way to earn Pi coins, contributing to the network's growth and security. The ease of use was a key factor in attracting a massive user base, eager to explore the potential of digital currencies. Millions joined the Pi network, drawn to the promise of easy crypto earnings and the potential for future financial gains. The project's marketing emphasized inclusivity and accessibility, making it appealing to a wide range of individuals, regardless of their prior experience with cryptocurrencies. They were drawn by the simplicity of the mining process and the hope of easy crypto gains, envisioning a future where their daily taps would translate into significant wealth. The allure of passive income and the potential for early adoption fueled the rapid growth of the Pi network community, but for years those Pi tokens were just numbers in an app, a digital representation of potential value that remained unrealized. Users accumulated Pi coins, but they couldn't yet spend, trade, or otherwise utilize them in the real world. They were locked away, inaccessible, and waiting for the next phase of the project's development. These Pi tokens were untradeable, unable to be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies or fiat currencies on major exchanges. This restriction created a sense of anticipation and uncertainty within the community, as users eagerly awaited the opportunity to realize the value of their holdings. They were existing only as IOUs on a few small, relatively unknown exchanges. These IOUs represented a promise of future Pi tokens, but their value was highly speculative and subject to significant fluctuations. The price of these IOUs has been pure speculation, driven by market sentiment and the perceived potential of the Pi network. With limited liquidity and no official backing, the IOU prices were highly volatile and unreliable indicators of the true value of Pi. The price has been swinging wildly on hype and hope, reflecting the uncertainty surrounding the project's future. Positive news and announcements could trigger rapid price increases, while negative sentiment or delays could lead to sharp declines. Now, July 2025 is here, marking a pivotal moment in the Pi network's journey. This date represents a significant milestone, as the project prepares to transition to a new phase of development. And everything's about to change. The long-awaited moment of truth has arrived, and the Pi network community is on the cusp of a major transformation. The decisions made in the coming weeks will determine the project's long-term success and its place within the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem. A massive token unlock is coming, potentially releasing a significant amount of Pi coins into the market. This event will test the network's infrastructure and its ability to handle a surge in trading activity. It's the biggest in Pi's history, a defining moment that will shape the future of the project and its community. The success of this token unlock will be crucial in establishing Pi's credibility and its potential for long-term growth. This event could either launch Pi into legitimacy, solidifying its position as a viable cryptocurrency with real-world applications. A successful launch could attract new users, investors, and developers, further strengthening the Pi network ecosystem. Or, it could flood the market and crash its value, leading to disappointment and disillusionment among its users. A poorly executed token unlock could trigger a massive sell-off, driving down the price of Pi and potentially jeopardizing the project's future. The community is anxious, eagerly awaiting the outcome of this critical event. The future of their Pi holdings hangs in the balance, and the uncertainty surrounding the token unlock has created a palpable sense of anticipation and concern. The stakes are high, with the potential for significant gains or losses depending on how the token unlock unfolds. The success or failure of this event will have a profound impact on the Pi network community and the broader cryptocurrency market. And the outcome is uncertain, making it essential for Pi holders to stay informed and prepared for any eventuality. The cryptocurrency market is notoriously unpredictable, and the Pi network's future is subject to a variety of factors, including market sentiment, regulatory developments, and the project's ability to deliver on its promises. If you're holding Pi or just watching from the sidelines, curious about its potential, you need to know what's about to hit, to understand the forces that will shape Pi's destiny. This is a critical moment for the Pi network, and it's essential to be aware of the potential risks and rewards. This is the make-or-break moment for Pi network, a defining event that will determine its long-term viability and success. The decisions made in the coming weeks will have a lasting impact on the project and its community. Let's break down what's at stake, examining the key factors that will influence Pi's future, and providing you with the information you need to make informed decisions. What exactly a token unlock? It's a term you'll hear frequently in the crypto world, but understanding its implications is crucial for navigating the market. These unlocks can significantly impact a cryptocurrency's price and overall market dynamics. So, let's break it down and see what it really means for you as an investor or someone interested in the crypto space. Think of it like employees finally being allowed to sell their company stock after a vesting period. Imagine working for a company and receiving stock options as part of your compensation. These options often come with a vesting schedule, meaning you can't sell them immediately, after years of waiting. This waiting period is designed to align employee interests with the long-term success of the company. Once the vesting period ends, employees can finally exercise their options and sell their shares on the open market. In crypto, projects lock up tokens using smart contracts. This is done to prevent early dumping and potential price crashes that could destabilize the project in its early stages. Think of it as a safeguard against market manipulation and ensures a more controlled release of tokens into circulation. When the lock ends, a flood of tokens can hit the market all at once, increasing the circulating supply. This sudden influx can create significant selling pressure, especially if there aren't enough buyers to absorb the new supply. If demand doesn't match this new supply, meaning there aren't enough people wanting to buy the tokens at the current price, prices usually drop, sometimes fast and dramatically. This is a fundamental principle of economics. When supply exceeds demand, prices tend to fall. Big unlocks mean big risks, especially for those who bought in anticipation of future growth. Early holders, eager for profit after a potentially long lockup period, may rush to sell, exacerbating the downward pressure. This can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, where fear of a price drop leads to more selling, further driving down the price. Sometimes the market braces for impact and prices drift down before the unlock, as investors anticipate the increased supply and potential selling pressure. Other times, strong fundamentals, such as a thriving ecosystem, strong community support, and real-world utility, can absorb the shock and mitigate the negative impact. It all comes down to supply, the amount of tokens being released into the market, demand, the level of interest and buying pressure from investors, and psychology, the overall sentiment and emotional state of the market participants. For Pi, the size of this unlock is unprecedented, given the scale of the network and the number of users involved. Will the market absorb it, demonstrating the strength and resilience of the Pi network, or will prices tumble, reflecting concerns about the token's utility and long-term value? Investors, analysts, and the entire crypto community are watching closely, eager to see how this event unfolds. The outcome will set the tone for Pi's future, shaping its perception in the market and influencing its long-term success. Let's see how this plays out, and what lessons we can learn from this significant event in the crypto world. July 2025 brings Pi's largest token unlock ever. Millions of users, many from developing countries, will finally get access to their tokens. This isn't just a few insiders, it's a global crowd, many eager to cash out. The circulating supply could double or triple overnight. That's a textbook supply shock. The thin, speculative Pi IOU market will be put to the test. The risk? Too many sellers, not enough buyers, and a market that can't handle the strain. The team hoped gradual unlocks would keep things stable, but delays have bunched everything together. Now the market faces a perfect storm of new supply and old uncertainty. Pi 2 Day, the project's big annual celebration, was supposed to rally the community before the unlock. Instead, it fizzled. No mainnet launch date, no game-changing news. The team repeated old promises and highlighted minor updates. The market noticed. Pi IOU prices stagnated or dipped. The lack of a clear roadmap left the community frustrated and anxious. Heading into the unlock, Pi needed a strong narrative to inspire confidence. Instead, Pi 2 Day amplified doubts. Without new demand or excitement, the risk of a sell-off grows. The mood has shifted from hopeful to wary. The missed opportunity has left Pi's future hanging in the balance. Now, all eyes are on what happens next. The biggest risk? A sharp price drop as millions rush to sell. Many holders just want to turn their digital points into real cash, at any price. The selling could last for weeks, keeping prices under pressure. With no open mainnet and little real utility, Pi's value is all speculation. If confidence cracks, even die-hard believers might bail. The team's vague communication only adds to the uncertainty. If they stay silent during a crash, panic could take over. Without strong leadership, a temporary dip could become a long-term downtrend. Watch trading volume and order books. Are buyers absorbing the sell-off, or is the price free-falling? Pay attention to the core team's communication. A clear roadmap or mainnet date could turn sentiment bullish. On-chain data matters. Are most users selling or holding their unlocked Pi? If many hold, that's a sign of faith and could stabilize prices. Also, watch the broader crypto market. If Bitcoin is booming, Pi might get a boost. But if the market is weak, Pi faces the supply shock alone. These signals will tell you if Pi's future is bright or bleak. There's still a bullish scenario. If enough pioneers hold their tokens, sell pressure could be less than feared. A surprise mainnet launch date or major partnership could spark new demand. Outside investors, long shut out, might jump in if the unlock goes smoothly. If the market has already priced in the unlock, a smaller than expected sell-off could trigger a rebound. The community's size and loyalty are Pi's biggest assets. If the team manages the news cycle well, Pi could find a stable floor and start climbing. The next chapter depends on what happens after the unlock. Sometimes the biggest risks bring the biggest surprises. The bear case is simple. Too much supply, not enough demand. Millions will want to cash out, overwhelming the market. With no open mainnet and little real utility, there's little reason to hold. Pi IOUs trade on thin, illiquid markets. Prices can drop fast. A sharp fall could trigger panic selling and a downward spiral. If the price collapses, Pi's reputation could take a permanent hit. Critics will feel vindicated, and new investors may stay away. A project's value is built on trust and narrative. If confidence is lost now, recovery could be nearly impossible. The risk isn't just a dip, it's a long-term loss of faith. The July unlock. It's a date circled on many calendars within the Pi network community, a moment anticipated with a mix of excitement and trepidation. This isn't just another day, it represents a significant milestone in the journey of Pi network. A project that has captured the attention of millions worldwide. The countdown timers are ticking, and the digital world is holding its breath. Is Pi Network's moment of truth? A true crossroads where the project's vision meets reality. Will it soar to new heights, or will it face unforeseen challenges? This unlock event is more than just a technical update. It's a test of the network's resilience, its community's faith, and the core team's strategic planning. The compass points in many directions, and the path forward is yet to be fully revealed. The outcome will test the community, the market, and the core team's strategy. The strength and unity of the Pi community will be put to the test, as market forces come into play. The core team's carefully laid plans will face their ultimate trial. This is where theory meets practice, and the real-world impact of Pi Network will begin to unfold. How will the community react to the market's response? How will the core team adapt to the evolving landscape? These are the questions that hang in the air. If you're holding Pi, have a plan, a well-thought-out strategy that aligns with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Don't be caught off guard by the market's movements. Preparation is key to navigating the uncertainties that lie ahead. Decide now whether to sell, hold, or wait. Consider all the potential scenarios and determine your course of action in advance. This isn't a decision to be made on a whim. It requires careful consideration and a clear understanding of your own investment objectives. Don't let emotions drive your choices. Fear and greed can cloud your judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. Stay grounded, stick to your plan, and make rational choices based on sound analysis. If you're thinking of buying, remember, this is high risk, high reward. The cryptocurrency market is known for its volatility, and Pi Network is no exception. Be prepared for significant price swings and understand the potential for both substantial gains and losses. Sometimes waiting for the dust to settle is the smartest move. Observing the market's initial reaction and allowing the volatility to subside can provide valuable insights and help you make more informed decisions. Watch how the team and community respond after the unlock. Their actions and reactions will provide valuable clues about the project's future direction and the overall sentiment surrounding Pi Network. Pi's real test is still ahead, launching the open mainnet and building real utility. The long-term success of Pi Network hinges on its ability to create a functional and valuable ecosystem that attracts users and businesses alike. Until then, invest carefully and never risk more than you can afford to lose. Protecting your financial well-being should always be your top priority. Stay sharp, stay safe, and watch this space. The world of cryptocurrency is constantly evolving, and staying informed is crucial to making sound investment decisions.